I'm Jane. Thank you for taking the time and checking this out. I appreciate it. Namaste. So I am wanting to talk about the program and what that is. So the program, the matrix, the thoughts that are continually played in a looping pattern within our brain. They're thoroughly furrowed in neural pathways that keep saying the same thing. And this program has been that of fear, lack, judgment, and stagnation. And that has been a part of our culture. So collectively, as we raise our vibes, we become more connected to infinite intelligence with an open mind and an open third eye, filtering in, letting the heart expand and be like at the helm. That old program doesn't work anymore. So I like to work with people in the reprogramming of that condition, the human condition, so that the true divine human that lives in a new program of love, acceptance, compassion, and creativity in a very present way creates this new earth. So I wanted to hop on here because, one, I felt very called to just create something and to talk about something that I like to talk about. So hopefully it's of service and perhaps settling in this ever-changing time. I get to talk with a whole bunch of people, and a lot of people experience the same things at the same time, because the collective now consciousness expresses itself and feels things very similar, like at the same time. It's very interesting. Like this past weekend, a lot of people felt waves of like big anger. I was one of them. A friend of mine started using again, and I got really angry and was like, what the fuck? Like, you know better. I got mad at this person. And I sat with that because my body was tensed up, my shoulders were in my ears, my blood pressure was rising, I was literally gripping onto my knees. And I became aware. It was like I pulled out, saw the perspective of from my higher self, and saw that I was in, my sympathetic nervous system was activated. And I was feeling something, and my body was reacting, and my system was. So I acknowledged, damn, you're feeling anger. Like, it's cool. Like, don't change it. Like, feel you, boo. You do you. The conversation I was having with myself while I'm still feeling anger at my friend. And then all of a sudden, tears just poured out because I felt the sadness and I felt compassion, because I know that this person is using because they're having a challenge with life, with the program that says fear, lack, judgment, and stagnation. And that's the program that is dissolving. And as the program dissolves, then one, it's uncomfortable because it's literally taking the same way of being that we've been being since this program was beaten into our brain as a child. And as those things come up, fear comes up, lack comes up, judgment comes up, stagnation comes up, feeling stuck, not wanting to move, not knowing how. Those things come up so that we can identify the program, the bug, like in an operating system. You have to identify the bug to create the new program so that the device works better, right? We're the device. We're the vessel of source energy. So we get to identify these programs. So fear, lack, judgment, stagnation, which will be uncomfortable because those things don't feel good, because we've just been repeating them so much that our bodies are used to producing the cortisol, and our adrenals are used to working overtime, and our blood pressure is used to being high, and we're used to ingesting the drugs that this program has told us to ingest, right? So pick a mixed sandwich, make a red dye number 5 beverage, whatever, and put all the fluoride in your body so that it starts to calcify the very center of your brain, your pineal gland, your third eye, one of your energy centers that connects to divine intelligence. Interesting. So these things are going to come up, and we get to reprogram them with the reflection of what those things were. So love, acceptance, compassion, creativity. So it's what I do, right? Like, I help people identify the program. We clear it out because it's going to be manifested through repetition in thoughts, words, and or actions. And then put in the new program, and then how does that apply with new thoughts, words, and or actions so that it works with that being, that vessel, so the new device can go and live and create. Because again, that's my purpose, is to live in a world where like the heart in humans are creating the landscape in which I live. I'm doing my part. Hope everybody else is too. For real. So, I feel like, and it doesn't necessarily happen in sequential order. It did for me, you know. Fear was the first program to clear. That was the big one. And when I really fully embraced so much of the love that is, that everything is, it's just the isness of what is, it just is. It's all love. When I embraced that it's all love, the fear really kind of went away. Now I still get to go through clearing old programs of fear of, you know, heights or whatever, I don't know. And that's cool, you know, fear of getting into a relationship again or whatever, but they're not as big and they're not as debilitating. They don't create a space of stuckness anymore for me. So after the fear program was like pulled up, called out, boom. So then judgment came up for me, which was really related to lack a lot, because it was the never enoughness that the judgment came through, if that makes sense. So I mean, I guess lack and judgment kind of cleared like that. Like, yeah, that's how that worked. So, you know, the lack came from the program of me feeling, thank you, all the magazines and media and the way just living in the Americas, you know, I was never enough. And then, you know, there's never enough money, there's never enough clean water, there's never enough. And judgment would come through, which, you know, looking at humans, well, they are doing wrong, they need to be doing better, they're not doing enough, they're not being enough, they're not giving enough, they're not loving themselves enough. It's amazing just how, like, I can hear myself, like, how these literally were the things that I had been. That was me. I'm a me too for the program, for sure. The human condition was gifted to me very well. And so once I identified and cleared those programs, really integrating for real in my neural pathways, my thoughts, my words, my actions, my body, mind, spirit, fully integrated love, acceptance, compassion, creativity. This is where the sacral chakra really kicks into play, where I find it very interesting, because this is where all of the, like, the original patriarchal oppression of the divine feminine energy expressed to the embodied woman by, like, oh, you're a witch, kill you, you medicine woman, boom, you're dead. You know, going to native tribes and oppressing their creative expression, their culture. That comes from that sacral space. And there's this, like, sensuality to it, there's a sexuality to it. That's the womb space, that is our divine creation space. We create life. We are made in the image of the source of all that is, because we're literally aspects of an energy source, like big energy, put it in a human form. Call it Jane, call it you, call it your neighbor. So in that image, like, even I think some texts call it, you know, creator. So like literally we are creators, and that part was oppressed and squashed by the church. So when we tap into that sacral space, that sacred sexuality, that creative aspect of us, not only does this divine feminine energy completely flood through our system, we then create life outside of us. Not just, create the life that I want in my home or create the life that I would like to live, but like it becomes more and bigger. And a really great place to start that flow of energy, because that's the program is so deeply embedded through ancestral lineages for so many humans around the globe, that to just be like, oh, go create the new earth, y'all humans. Like, there's too much. I can't, I don't have the power, I don't have the voice, the fear, lack, and judgment come into that. So I encourage everybody ever to do something creative. So I teach, like, I don't want to say art, but I teach creativity. I teach creativity and how to express ourselves through creativity, whether it's words, whether it's movement, whether it's in ceremony and opening up and sharing, or doing different mediums and actually do like art stuff. And it's so interesting because so many people, like, they get stuck. They don't know how to just start doing the thing because they have all these limiting beliefs. So for anyone that can't tap into this divine feminine energy within of creation, to just create, like take a bunch of stuff, cut it out, glue it, put it on a thing, color, shapes, stars, hearts, yellow diamonds, lucky charms, whatever. Like, that's like the building blocks. Like, the children that are being born now and that are already like embodied as kids, like, they got this on lock, y'all. We got to do it too, because we're the ones that have the money, the power, the voice, the strength, the cars. I mean, like, we have the actual resources. So I wanted to share how important it is to let creativity flow, like every single day, whether it's picking up an instrument. Like, y'all, I don't play music, but like, I will stand here and do this, like I'll stand there and I do that until I'm like, oh, okay. And then like stuff shifts, like, because I connect, doodle. Just doodle without an intention to be like, must draw man on horse riding into a sunset, but just start with a line, see where the line goes. Color, layer color, I don't like anything, but allow yourself, please. This is just my encouragement, not telling you what to do. Anyway, you know that. Anyway, whatever. My encouragement is to allow creativity to flow. And every time we don't, because we fear messing up, we don't know what to do. That's the stagnation part, literally going against the grain of creativity. Being, judgmental, I'm not good enough. What I'm going to make is going to be ugly and useless. And not loving yourself to give yourself the self-care time that it takes. It could be 5 freaking minutes to do something creative. We are made to be creative, y'all. Like, it's part of our nature. Be creative in, your dress, your nail polish, your makeup. Have fun with it. Not to put your makeup on and think, must look like the Kardashian robot program girl so I can be pretty. Or men, I need to look like a Kardashian man so I can be pretty. Whatever. But y'all know what I mean. Have fun with it. Allow this divine energy of creator, of creation, of creativity to flow through you. And as you do that, you will be able to access parts of the program that are not in alignment, and you can help clear it out yourself. Like, my job is in this world isn't to tell everybody like what to do, even though I do tell people what to do a lot. I'm very aware of that. But I don't get butthurt if you say no. That being said, my intention is to inspire the creativity, inspire the love and the acceptance and the compassion, so that you are your own guide in your own mind, body, spirit aligned vessel. You know, if I bippity boppity boo your ass and do energy and clear the stuff and like give you those vibes, cool. But you're also going to get like, just so you know, this is the program that caused your shoulder to hurt. You know, I specialize in reprogramming the human condition. It's like super specialty, quantum physics galore, and how it just works. I see it. I pick up on it. I'm sharing this. I don't know why. Anyway. And because I've cleared this program and I've cleared this channel and I have this alignment, I am very proficient at it, and I can get in there, and it will be sometimes like little minor tweaks. Sometimes it's like going in for some deep surgery. And if you're willing and ready to be an active participant in your divine heart-led life, holla, especially if you're having a challenge identifying the loops and the programs, because it's been years of the program, years of turning on the media, listening to certain music with lyrics that keep people in a paradigm, keep a perspective of a type of people, women, white people, young people, black people, pick people. There are songs that like keep people in that. A lot of Hollywood. And y'all, the news itself, bullshit. The politicians, it's all lies. Like they're all liars. Like, and it's not saying that they're, you know, bad people. They're just following the program. And if that's your jam, rock on. However, if you're wanting to actually live an ascended life, right, a higher vibrational life, a life that your heart is being the guide for you, that it's what creates the new landscape and culturescape of humanity, of the power of the one that we are, which the power of one is the brand of the shirt, which I really like it. It's those cute things. You can pause it and read it, even though it'd be backwards, but you can figure it out. Anyway, I digressed. Speaking of jam, I'm listening to some really good music, and it helps to keep me focused whenever I do these videos. I'm probably gonna just need to start doing that all the time because it really aligns me. It's the listening to smile healing frequency music that I use whenever I do my BDSM squared events. It's the sound healing music I use. The link is on here, so if you want to do like your own deeper meditation practices, like especially while you're doing, ooh, that's a good idea. Ooh, I just had an idea. I just got excited. Y'all, oh, this is so genius. Anyway, so when you're doing creative stuff, right? So say you get up in the morning and you say, you know what? For 5 minutes, I'm just going to free write. And it could just be the word gratitude over and over and over again, or joy, or I'm happy I woke up. I'm grateful I have legs, whatever it is, free writing, right? If you put on this music, like there's a whole wellness series that highly recommend. There's some for like anxiety, some for chakra clearing, some for like adding more peace, and just, I don't remember them all. There's a bunch. Anyway, put on like these tunes in your earbuds and do this creativity, because most of them I don't think are going to have lyrics to it anyway. And it's going to be healing frequencies that are going to help assist the neural reprogramming that you're doing yourself as you let this divine energy flow through you through creativity. So as you're balancing the program in your brain, creating the new one, feeling free and open and liberated and connecting with your higher self. And also, it's also like your child self, you know, like the kid in you that used to doodle and color and play music and just strum a guitar and not have to worry about, are my hands in the right place and am I making the right sounds or whatever. You know, just allow yourself that freedom of that playful creativity to do that with these vibrations, or help to actually gonna integrate that into your cells, so that when you go out of alignment and go back to the program, it's easier to identify and then kind of call yourself back in. I've been using this music for years now in my own meditation, and also with clients when I take them on some like quantum journeys, so that they can do like higher self, like have higher self healing experiences with like ancestors and whatever it is that they're needing to, wherever they need to go. This stuff is awesome, y'all. I so totally recommend it. I feel like this has turned into a commercial, but it really isn't. I am an affiliate, not gonna lie. But y'all, the link is down below. You use the code JaneRitz19 and you save 40%. It's a great deal. Like, even the sun is coming out. Like, oh, it helps creation. Ah, you see? It's true though, it does. It helps to increase inspiration and creativity, at least for me. So I'm really excited the sun is coming out. It's been a very interesting day. Anyway, I believe that's all that my intention, was to share. Identify the program. It's going to be fear, lack, judgment, or stagnation. It's going to be a loop, and if you have a challenge in identifying it, holla. Like, I'm ready to like have humanity help me in loving Mother Earth and all of the humans that are on it. For reals. Like, that was another thing. Total side note, and then I'm hopping off. Saw these like images of the climate change, yay, right? Like protesting it, which I'm gonna make another video on like the actual Earth movement, because that's a whole other topic. The geology, earth science dork, and sees a lot in that realm and connects to Gaia and the galactic realm so much that I really want to share some of that, but not on this one. But anyway, I find it interesting that, you know, protesting climate change, holding signs made out of trees. Plant a friggin' tree. Plant a tree. There you go. Plant a tree a week. Wow, the difference that would make. Literally. Plant a tree. If every human planted a tree, if every human planted a tree a week, if half the population planted a tree a week, y'all, we literally would change the canopy and scape of our like oxygen capacity, y'all. Crazy. Anyway, so I hope that this was of service. Identify your program, create, y'all, please. Stagnation, the flip side of stagnation is creativity. And it's not easy, but it's the easiest, most fun one. True story. It's really okay. Promise. So I am hopefully, you know, your spiritual guide in this realm, so that you can integrate your higher self, your highest vibrational aspect, the one that is nothing but love, all up in your human form, so that you can take the steps in light, in love, in compassion, and in creativity, and make a difference in this world. I am your cheerleader. I'm your biggest fan. I got you. Reach out if you need any help, or share this if you're just like, damn, homegirl, she was speaking some truth. I would like others to at least get to experience that. Great. That would be fantastic. You can send the thumbs up. You can make comments. I love the comments. I usually respond to all of them, unless they're weird. Sometimes they're like, oh, hey, girl, hey. It's like, I'm not really into that. Hey, girl, hey business. But if you're like, ooh, what's your sign? I'm just kidding. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of this now. I hope you're finding peace wherever you are. I hope that you are preparing for this beautiful full moon that's going to be going into Aries, which is my ascending sign. I'm a triple fire sign. Anyway, and we're into Vata season, y'all. It's the time, it's the season in Ayurveda of air and space. It's all about our creativity. So like, now's a really good time. So universe is supporting us. So enjoy the rest of your now, and I look forward to hopping on here again without the sun doing this like weird thing, like, like I don't really know which way to go. Okay, bye.